Everybody will say sadhu. I pay homage to the Blessed One, the Supremely Enlightened Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I pay homage to my teacher, Lukuswami Nase. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Venerable Bhantes and dear Dhamma friends and devotees, I just wanted to share a few words of Dhamma before doing the merit sharing. We have some devotees participated in this Kathina Robe Offering Ceremony here at the Toronto Mahamevnawa Monastery, and also some of the members joining from the Zoom, and everybody with faithful hearts towards the Buddha Dhamma Sangha has gathered around this very special ceremony, the Kathina Robe Offering Ceremony. So Aryadeva Bhante was explaining about this rare opportunity that the Supreme Buddha has given to us, to all the humans and devas. Imagine if we lived in a world without the appearance of the Supreme Buddha, and without we have the opportunity to learn the teachings of the Buddha. So what are we left alone? It's just only the worldly pleasures, sense pleasures. People are chasing after the material things and end up with unsatisfactoriness, disappointment, stress, depression, and all these negative results. It is very obvious when you see around the world what is happening to people, what is happening to people's wishes, hopes, dreams in such a world where everybody is focused on the worldly pleasures, material things, and so on. So it is very important to recollect the qualities of an extraordinary being. Now we know the meaningless nature or the unsuccessful journey of focusing on ordinary things and recollecting about ordinary people. And we have journeying in this samsara for a long, long time. And we don't need to look at others' lives, the result of chasing after ordinary people, the goals set up by ordinary people. We don't need to look around. We can just think about ourselves. We have been born here as beings who are subject to aging, subject to sickness, and subject to death. That's all we have been inherited by this ordinary journey and chasing after ordinary plans, ordinary goals. And this is the nature of this samsara. And now you can see how we are afraid and how we live fearful lives when we are attacked by this conditional nature of the world. So the only solution, only refuge, only relief for such ordinary beings is to recollect the qualities of an extraordinary being. That's what Aryadeva Bhante was explaining before. Recollecting the qualities of the extraordinary Supreme Buddha early in the morning, during the day, and also before we go to bed. And that's not a simple thing. That will be a huge solution to all the problems that have arisen due to our ordinary journey. And we will be also one day able to become extraordinary. Not by being a Buddha, but by being a follower of the Buddha. Because even the followers of the Buddha, are also extraordinary. Because the meaning of ordinary being or ordinary journey means that beings continue to wander in this journey of rebirth. But how do the disciples of the become extraordinary? Because they have seen the path to stop this journey of rebirth. Isn't that extraordinary? That is the only extraordinary thing in this world. Like, no matter how rich we are, no matter how famous we are, no matter how educated we are, in the end of the life, after the lifespan is over, if we are going to be born among animals, if we are going to be born among hell beings, if we are going to be born among hungry ghosts, if you are going to be born among asuras, what is extraordinary about us? Right? So the only extraordinary thing is that after death, we are not going to be born in one of those planes of miseries, one of those lower destinations, and we are going to be destined to attain enlightenment when we die, if we have achieved that assurance in our life. Isn't that the extraordinary thing? That's the only extraordinary thing in our life. So to achieve that extraordinary goal, supramundane goal, the most powerful thing is that recollecting the qualities of the Buddha whenever we can. And so that is the power, that is the compassion of the Supreme Buddha. One day when Buddha was explaining about this security of going for refuge to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, Buddha explained, "Oh monks, you are extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to come across this kind of extraordinary teaching. Not only the Buddha is extraordinary, but also the teaching is extraordinary." Buddha explained, you cannot find such well-proclaimed, timeless, profound, insightful teaching elsewhere. You cannot find. And Buddha gave a simile for that, a beautiful simile. Buddha explained, monks, there was a teacher named Uddaka Ramaputta, and he used to say this simile when he was preaching to people. When you see, you don't see. So that is the teaching of, whose teaching? Uddaka Ramaputta. What is his teaching? When you see, you don't see. It's like a puzzle, right? Everybody already confused. So that's the ill-proclaimed teaching. The teachings of an unenlightened person. And Buddha then explained the meaning of it, what he meant, the Uddaka Ramaputta meant. Buddha explained, when you see, you don't see means when you see the razor, or the knife, you see the knife, that's the seeing part. The not seeing part means you don't see the sharpness of the edge. Okay? So that's the not seeing part. When you see, you don't see. When you see the knife, you don't see the sharpness of the edge. And Buddha explained, he was just talking about an ordinary razor, ordinary knife. Nobody benefits from it. Buddha explains, that simile is more suitable for my teaching. And Buddha repeated, there is such a saying in my teaching. There is it is a relevant simile for my teaching. And what is that? When you see, you don't see. It is about my teaching. And Buddha explains, I am not talking about an ordinary knife. I am talking about the well-proclaimed teaching. So what is the meaning of seeing? When a wise person investigates, comprehends and reflects on this well-proclaimed Dhamma, he sees the Dhamma. So that's the meaning of seeing. What is the meaning of not seeing? When he reflects on this well-proclaimed, profound teaching, he doesn't see any part that should be added to this Dhamma and then say, okay, after this part is added to this teaching, it will be complete. Or after this part is removed from this sutta, it will be complete. They don't see such a thing, to add anything or to remove anything from a sentence, a paragraph, a sutta in 18,000 discourses taught by the Buddha during 45 years. Buddha teaches that is the correct usage of that simile. When you see, you don't see. That is the power of the teaching of the Buddha. We say Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo. Well proclaimed, well taught, well expounded, well explained the teachings by the Buddha. We don't get to hear, read, study, contemplate such a teaching in this long journey of samsara. Extremely rare. We get to read, study, reflect on all the incomplete teachings in this long journey of samsara. And the result is that we are still stuck in this journey of rebirth, cycle of birth and death. But in this life, we have come across such a complete, profound teaching, and which can end our journey and make us extraordinary disciples of the Buddha. Sanditthiko. The results are obvious. Results can be achieved in this very life for the practitioners. Akaliko, timeless teaching of the Buddha. Ehipassiko, this is open as the sky. Any wise person can come and investigate this Dhamma. Not with outside things, not with unrelevant things, open aiko, but with your own life, with your own experience. Pacchatang veditabbo vinyohi, but it can only be done by the wise individuals. So that is the teaching. And if you reflect on that teaching every day, that is the path to achieve that relief, that security, that assurance, the permanent assurance. It is true that today we experience such an incomplete, insecure, insubstantial world, and it has been proven what we see. It is true we live in such a world, but we don't need to continue this experience of facing these kind of pandemics, epidemics, wars, fighting, problems, stress. We don't need to continue with this. That is the most important thing we should all understand and try to use the teachings of the Buddha. That is the purpose. And also the refuge, the assurance to our lives is thirdly the Sangha. Now Chandramanyo and other friends, relatives, and all of them got the opportunity this year to invite the monks here to observe the rains retreat. And then all the Kalyana Mittas join together to take care of Bhantes, to provide with all the 4 requisites during the rainy retreat. Isn't that a beautiful tradition, beautiful way of both mutual, the Sangha and the lay people, the mutual Dhamma path? And the lay people support the Sangha to follow the spiritual path. And at the same time, the Upasakas and Upasikas get an extraordinary, beautiful opportunity to make powerful good karma, to follow their own spiritual path. Isn't that a beautiful path explained by the Buddha to the world? Like, imagine if the Sangha didn't exist in the world. Will you invite such a community to observe rains retreat? No, you will. We will all run behind that same race, right? Chasing after worldly pleasures. But now you got a different perspective of life. Very rarely. And you thought back, okay, so let me do something different. Let me invite my friends, my relatives, and all together, let's go to the temple, let's go to the monastery and invite the Sangha to observe the rains retreat. And that will benefit for ourselves and benefit for all the people to follow their spiritual path. How do you get these kind of noble intentions, noble wishes, noble ideas into your mind? And again, now after the ending of the 3 months of rains retreat, you have gathered here and offering Kathina robes to the Bhantes and offering the dana to the Supreme Buddha and the Sangha, and you are listening to the Dhamma. Don't you think that these things will make you extraordinary one day? Your respect, your faith towards the Sangha, the noble community of monks, that will make you extraordinary one day, because Buddha explains, among all beings in this world, not only among human beings, even among Brahmas, among gods, among human beings, among all the beings, the Arahants are the best beings, the greatest beings in the world, the greatest community. When you say Sanghang Saranang Gacchami, the Arahants are included. The non-returners are included in that community. Once returners are included. Stream enterers are included. Right? That is the noble Sangha. So when the majority of people are focused on worldly pleasures, the Sangha is focused on abandoning desires for worldly pleasures, abandoning hatred and anger, and abandoning delusion. Their path is focused on achieving noble qualities such as generosity, sharing the beautiful teachings with the world. That is powerful generosity. Cultivating noble qualities such as kindness, compassion, wisdom. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Ujjipatipanno. When ordinary people follow so many different paths in life, Because the nature of the ordinary path is that the person who has taken up to that path will fail eventually. So they try different paths. Maybe this path will help me to live peacefully. Maybe that path will help me to achieve true happiness. Like that, they keep trying because they keep failing. When ordinary people live in such a world, follow such ordinary paths, the noble Sangha is focused on single path. That is the noble eightfold path. Ujupati Panno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. The Sangha is following the straight path, which consists of Sila, Samadhi, Panya, virtue, concentration, and wisdom. When you say Sanghang Saranang Gacchami, when you say, I offer this to the Sangha, Bhikkhu Sanghasadema. Even today you said that when you were offering the Kathina robe, other robes and the pirikaras, what did you say? Bhikkhu Sanghasadema. We are talking about that noble community of monks among human beings who follow the path, the greatest path, the straight path. Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. That noble Sangha. And when we are talking about noble Sangha, you can see these beautiful statues of chief disciples beside the statue of the Supreme Buddha. Arhan Sariputta Bhante, Arhan Moggallana Bhante. That's how they became extraordinary. By associating with the Supreme Buddha, extraordinary Supreme Buddha. And they are focused on realizing the truth of this life. Very rarely a human being comes across the truth of life, which is the Four Noble Truths. Because they have realized the Four Noble Truths and they are following the path to realize the Four Noble Truths, they are Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. And you came from different places. Maybe some people from Toronto, some people from Brampton, some people from Mississauga, all the way like preparing food. Maybe you woke up early morning or prepared for weeks to come today to Asapur. Ahuneyo Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. They are worthy, the noble Sangha is worthy of accepting the offerings of people who come from far away, carrying the four requisites. Pahuneyo. When they visit your home, your residence, they are worthy of accepting the offerings, the gifts from you, because it generates powerful good karma for you. Dakhineyo, Anjali Karaneyo. When you place your hands together, you bow down, you worship, they are worthy of veneration. Anjali Karaneyo, Anuttaram Punyakittan Lokassa. They are the incomparable field of merit, not only for humans, for both humans and devas, brahmas, heavenly beings, to plant their seeds of merit, and the harvest will be incalculable, immeasurable. That is the merit you generated today. So say sadhu and rejoice in your powerful, immeasurable, incalculable merit of offering the robes to the Mahasangha, the Kathina robe, and offering other robes to the Mahasangha, offering all the dana, pirikara, and all the offerings to the Mahasangha. So now we are going to share this immeasurable merit, first of all, with our teacher Loku Swamin Wahanse, because the quality of gratitude is the foundation of this spiritual path. Buddha explains that again and again. The Kathanyu Kathavedi, being grateful and thankful to the people who have helped you. And among those people who have helped us, those Kalyana Mittas who have helped us to make powerful merit in our life, to listen to the pure teachings of the Buddha, and to follow the Noble Eightfold Path. Those are the greatest Kalyana Mittas we have come across. Because if we are going to escape from hell one day, it is because of them. If we are going to escape from animal world one day, it is because of them. If we are going to escape from ghost world, if we are going to escape from aging one day, sickness and death one day, if we achieve liberation, end of cycle of birth and death one day, it is only because of those Kalyana Mittas. And the people who live in this area, in this part of the country, got that opportunity. It's because of Chandramanu invited Loku Swamin Wahanse to open a branch of Mahamevnawa in this area, and invited the Sangha to come here and make their residence. So we should be grateful for that. And that's not unwholesome, that is wholesome, to be grateful to the Kalyana Mittas. So we share merit, all the merit we generated, especially Bhante's generated powerful merit during this 3-month Vassana time period, and which is the time period we were able to do the Upasthana to the stupa by erecting a stupa house, constructing a Chaitiyagara stupa house to for the longevity of the stupa, to the protection of the stupa, and for the comfort of all the worshippers. And during that Vassana time period, Bhantes collected lots of merit by building a Sevana Mandapa, meditation hut, a worshipping hut near the stupa, so people, devotees can come even during the winter and worship the relic pagoda of the Supreme Buddha. And during this Vassana period, Bhantes delivered so many Dhamma sermons, meditation programs, and propagated the pure teachings of the Buddha. And also, in many ways, Bhantes collected lots of merit, helping people, sharing the teachings, and doing guided meditation programs. So, and also as lay people, you generated powerful good karma during this Vassana season, providing Bhantes for requisites, participating in the resident meditation programs at Asapur, and doing so many volunteer projects at Asapur, doing Upasthana to the stupa, Upasthana to the Sangha, Upasthana to the monastery premises, in many ways. And you have been extremely fortunate. Around the world, when people are grieving, thinking about the loss they experienced during this pandemic, you can rejoice what you gained during the pandemic. That is the difference of becoming a disciple of the Buddha. So you generated powerful good karma in many ways, helping others, practicing giving and sharing, taking care of the Mahasangha, preparing robes, and even today giving the dana to the Buddha and the Sangha, and listening to the Dhamma, and helping each other in many ways. So we share this powerful good karma, first of all with our teacher, Mahamevnawa, the founder of Mahamevnawa organization, and our teacher who shares these amazing teachings with all of us and encourages all of us to attain the fruit of Sotapanna and other fruits of enlightenment, other stages of enlightenment in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Lokusansi is the one who encourages people repeatedly not to wait until the future Buddha arrives in this world, but to strive today, in this very life, in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, to become a stream entrant, to become a once returner, to become a non-returner, to become an arahant. So we share all the merit with our teacher, Lukuswamin Mahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We share all the merit with the resident monks here in Toronto, Asapur, and also the Bhantes who visited our monastery from Acton branch, and also all the Bhantes in Canada, around the world, all the monks and nuns. May all of them rejoice in this merit. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And we also share merit with all the heavenly beings, all the Brahmas. May all those invisible beings rejoice in this powerful merit and help all of you to collect more merit to your life peacefully and follow the Noble Eightfold Path. May all the Devas and all the invisible beings also attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. And especially Chandramenu and her relatives and friends would like to share merit with departed mother and father Sirivardhana, Chandramenu's parents, and also husband P. Sirida Chilva, and with all the departed relatives of all the Kalyanamitas who joined the Dana today, and also joined the Kathina Robe Offering today, and all the departed relatives of those Kalyanamitas who joined for this Kathina Robe ceremony, and who joined from their homes. May all the departed relatives rejoice in this merit. May all those mothers, fathers, relatives, and all of them enjoy peace and happiness. Sadhu, sadhu. And we share merit with, especially with Chandramenu. By this powerful merit, may Chandramenu enjoy long life, good health, and have more opportunities to support the Mahasangha for their spiritual path, and may she have the opportunity to help for the Buddha Sasana so that it will last long and benefiting many kids, our future generation, many people, many gods and humans. May she have the opportunity to attain supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. And all the relatives and friends who joined Chandramenu to invite Bhantes for the rains retreat, and who joined for the Kathina Robe Offering Ceremony, and may all the Kalyanamitas who joined for the Pinkama today by coming to Asapur and by joining through the Zoom program. May all those Kalyanamitas and Dhamma friends rejoice in this great merit. May all of you enjoy long life, good health, and may all of you have the opportunity always to practice the teachings of the Buddha and attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. And we especially share merit with Ajit Mahatya, Mr. Ajit Lokuge, and who are always with the Sangha here and also support us in all the meritorious projects here with a very faithful heart and with a humble mind, always respecting the monks here, which is a very rare quality among people, to be humble, to be respectful to the Sangha. And so especially we share merit with Ajit Mahatya. May Ajit Mahatya enjoy long life, good health, and also his family members enjoy long life, good health, and have more opportunities to help the Mahasangha, to do lots of upasthana, and may Ajit Mahatya also attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. And we share merit with all the members of the Upasthana Committee of the Toronto Mahamevnawa, all the members of the We Care For You team, and all the sons and daughters, all the Dhamma friends, all the parents, and everybody who offer dana to the Mahasangha and who contribute to the Asapu expenses in many ways during the year. And also we share merit with all the Dhamma friends who organize Dhamma programs, who broadcast Dhamma programs on Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom, and with everybody who joined this program with faithful hearts, and we share merit with all of them in this country, in Sri Lanka, and with everybody around the world. May all of them enjoy long life, good health, and may they, if they are sick, may they achieve speedy recovery, and may all of them have the opportunity to learn these extraordinary teachings and achieve the end of suffering, Nibbana, in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu.